Yeah, I know there was no sound. The stream I originally was gonna be in got messed up, so it is what it is. Let me delete that real quick and we'll get this thing fired up. Let me delete that real quick and we'll get this thing fired up. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sip to Tally Films. And what we're gonna do is we're going to talk about some of the recent signings and a few things I want to share about BPA. So what's gonna go on with BPA? And let me get a little bit of my water. Some things I kind of realized with some of these signings. First up, we're going to talk about the big man that was just recently brought back. Let me get this up. This is my guy right here. Ben Cleveland. Nobody saw this coming. Ben Cleveland recently went through some trials and tribulations. Unless you've been living under a rock, Ben Cleveland's contract was over with the Baltimore Ravens after the season. He got hit with a traffic situation down in Georgia. DUI. Shortly thereafter, filed for divorce from his wife. I don't know if those two things kind of go hand in hand. That's not really my business. I don't care. That's his personal business. All I care about is the football part. I'm just mentioning it now because just to kind of bring it back to football. So after those two things popped off, and we kind of try not to have life issues to mess with our football players. But they brought him back. If I'm not mistaken, it's on a vet minimum, like peanuts, so to speak. Which, business-wise, it makes sense for the Ravens. Because you get a guy that could possibly be better than your starter who got Pro Bowl votes. That's neither here nor there. But potentially could be. But you lose McCarry, who, is considered a Swiss Army knife. But you bring back Ben Cleveland, who played some right tackle. I think his best position is right guard, who also played some center as well. So you got a guy that can play the entire right side of the offensive line for next to nothing. That's what you get by bringing Ben Cleveland back. And you get a guy that, like I said, is potentially better than the Pro Bowler that you run out there every week. But that's neither here nor there. Now, my question is, and I see a couple people have put it in the chat box so far, is he out of the doghouse? Will he actually get a fair shot to play? I saw, who I see? Was it Nitro? I saw say this. I think Nitro said, I think Ben Cleveland will come into camp in shape. He won't have any issues with the conditioning test. But I haven't heard the conditioning test mentioned in the past 2 or 3 years. So I don't even know if we still do it or not. Because I hadn't heard it mentioned in a while. I don't even know if we still do the conditioning test because I hadn't heard it mentioned. But he was the last person I did hear fail it. So I still like him over Falele, but the fact that Falele did improve over the course of 17 games, and we have a 17-game sample size with Falele, it's tough to just throw Falele to the side and put Ben back in there because Falele has so many more snaps than Ben Cleveland. But Ben's back. He's in the mix and kind of, I ain't gonna say puts a little bit more comfort with the offensive line, but it gives you a guy that we know can play some football. We've seen Ben play football. We know when he gets an opportunity to play, he ain't the greatest offensive lineman, but he ain't the sorriest either. We've seen him play some quality snaps and be pretty good at it. Be pretty good at it. All right, so as I was putting this video together, well, I was doing something else which pertains to this video. I came across this. New backup for Lamar. The Ravens and former Cowboys quarterback Cooper Rush have agreed to a 2-year contract worth up to $2.2 million per me and Tom Pelissero. And this is Ian Rappaport reporting this. After a long stint in Dallas, Rush heads to Baltimore in a deal negotiated by Equity Sports CEO Chris Cabot. I should have called Voch. That's what I should have did. And see what he had to say about Cooper Rush. Let me text him. Let me text Voch to see if he got a minute. Hold on. See what he got to say about Cooper Rush. Give me 1 second, people. I'm going to see if he responds and see what he can tell us about Cooper Rush. See if he'll give us about 5 minutes of his time. But backup quarterback was a position I thought of need for us, which is one of the reasons why I did the Jackson Dart video on the second channel today, because I'm really fond of Jackson Dart. I thought that would be a guy we would kind of go after in the draft in the 3rd or 4th round. I don't think that would be an issue now. I do like the fact that Cooper Rush over Devin Leary. And I honestly, I remember laying in the bed, I was thinking, if something happens to Lamar, I'm not confident in any of the backup quarterbacks we have to even win a game. I think we can win a game or two with Cooper Rush. We can't get to the ultimate prize with him, which I think we all in agreement with that. But a 2 to 3 week stint with Cooper Rush, depending on who the opponents are, I feel like we can go 2-1 with that, with Cooper Rush, depending on who the opponents are. A veteran presence, a guy that's heady. Now, you got to have the players around him will have to step up. If he has to play for an extended period of time, they'll have to improve and be better. But I feel a lot better with him taking snaps on the second team over Devin Leary. Do I think we still should probably go after one of those guys, maybe in the later rounds? Probably. Competition never hurts. It never ever hurts. Okay, he said he got a minute. So hold on, let me. I'm gonna pause y'all for a minute before I let him know, because I don't want to surprise him. All right, so Voch agreed to come live with y'all, and so I just want to ask you, like, what are we getting out of Cooper Rush, our new backup quarterback here in Baltimore?
It's strange, man, when I saw the signing, because when you sign a backup quarterback, I thought it was going to be a black guy that can run good. You know what I'm saying? Because just in case anything happened to Lamar, you kind of want to keep your offense going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Rush gonna keep all of the offense, but I mean he can make simple throws. Like if you listen to some Cowboy fans or whatever, And you as a Ravens guy, you probably understand this, but there's some Ravens fans that like the backup more than the main guy, so they'll hype the backup guy when the main guy started making mistakes and stuff. Some Cowboy fans will make you think Cooper Rush much better than what he is, but if you got a system and the throws are there, like he can run your system and he can make the throws, but Cooper Rush not really gonna push the ball and win you a whole bunch of games. Like the team around him is gonna have to win the games for him.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of times, Rush would just go out there and Rush will, throw 20 passes for 120 some yards or whatever. Like that's who he is. Like he's a check down guy. He'll try to get a first down. If you can get some yak yards behind it, then you good to go. But if you take away the top of it, he ain't gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's just a regular backup quarterback. He is what a backup quarterback is. But is he a backup quarterback like Nick Foles that'll go win the Super Bowl when your guy goes down or anything like that? Or is he a backup like when Russell Wilson goes down, Justin Fields come in? Do you feel solid? Nah, I think Cooper Rush is a guy that can win you 3 games out of 9 if he had to be a backup for a long time.
Got a question. So somebody in the chat said Rush can make on schedule plays. Is that accurate?
Yeah, if his own schedule and it's there, he can throw the ball and get it. Like he is a competent, better than us quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If his own schedule, he good. But, when y'all start jamming up receivers at the line of scrimmage and, muddying the looks, or, you only see one safety back there and then they bail out to, cover 2 or something like that. It get a little strange. It get a little strange for him. See, but you have to dial the whole playbook back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, Cooper Rush's playbook wasn't even Dak's playbook, and Dak's not a guy that does a whole bunch of moving around. You know what I'm saying? So if you got RPOs or whatever, that's just POs now. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to move some things around to accommodate them and really dial it back. And I think that's where defenses take advantage, because they go, okay, well, you're not gonna, you're not gonna improv. You're not gonna go way downfield with it. It's either you're gonna check down or CeeDee Lamb is gonna get you 20 when you really gave him 7. You know what I'm saying? And that's who Cooper Rush is. But what do you expect a backup quarterback to be?
Gotcha. So if the defense play country cover 3, Cooper Rush can pick them apart. But if they do some simulated pressures, we in trouble.
Country cover 3 is hysterical. But yeah. Like, if you do anything that look like that, because in real life, cover 1, cover 3, the same thing. If you run anything that look like that, cool. But if I muddy the look at all, like if I run some Jim Hill defense out there, good luck to you.
Oh, it's over with. It's over with. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog, for spending a little time with me. We had a few questions about Cooper Rush because I literally was making a video and was doing a depth chart and saw Cooper Rush. And I'm like, why the F is Cooper Rush name on our depth chart? Clicked it, and we had signed him about 15 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, hell. But it's better than what we had, though.
Possibly, but look, this is how I feel. The same thing with Cowboy fans right now, because Cowboy fans going, what happens if Dak get hurt again? The same thing that happens if Lamar get hurt again. We just get ready for draft and do it all over.
Exactly, because the amount of money both of them guys make, you ain't gonna be able to afford no decent backup. It's either gonna be a rookie or a Cooper Rush or Andy. A Red Rocket type of person. It's one or the other. You can't afford a decent backup when your quarterback making $1 gazillion.
That's it, big dog. That's all you got.
All right, I appreciate you, big dog. I'll hit you up in a little bit.
Anytime.
All right. That was Vaj Lombardi people giving us a little intel on Cooper Rush. So that's our new backup. And again, if he has to play for an extended period of time, the surrounding cast around him has to elevate their game to quote unquote protect the quarterback. But I will say this. I do like him over Devin Leary. I do. I like him over Devin Leary. I just did not like Devin Leary at all. And I don't think Devin Leary even won the backup job last year. I think Emery was better than Devin Leary last year. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just a guy with a camera and a mic, and it is what it is. So, with that being said, those are the 2 new guys that we picked up here recently, Ben Cleveland and Cooper Rush today. Let's kind of take a look at the depth chart, how it's filling out, and why I think BPA is going to be our strategy. Even though we know it's been our strategy, going forward, why I think it's really shaping out to be our strategy right there. Yeah, Cam, I think Emory beat him out last year. All right, so let me bring this up. This is our defense right here. And so if you look at it, you got Owe, Isaac, Ojabo. You got Van Noy, Robinson, and Ham on your edges. In the middle, you got Matabike, Jones, Washington. You got Ravenel, Okoye, and Odoleye. I guess I pronounced that right. So you got bodies up front. At your corners, you got Wiggins, Jalen Armour Davis, Humphreys, and TJ Temple. We don't know what's going to be behind those guys. Safety wise, you got Ardarius Washington is still here for the time being because we gave him that tender. He hadn't signed it yet, but nobody has offered him anything yet. So I'm still counting on him being here. Got Kyle Hamilton, Bo Braid, and Sanusi Kane at the safeties. Then at your linebacker spot, you got Roquan, you got Trent Simpson, you got the newly signed Hummel, and a guy that I didn't realize until I looked at the depth chart is Kanuki, however you say it. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. So the only spot to me that's like lacking bodies, not lacking people, not lacking quality, lacking bodies is corner. The only spot that's lacking bodies is corner. Because you see only 4 guys up there. And we got 3 corner spots that play like every down. Wiggins, Humphreys, TJ Temple. Jalen Armour Davis is up there as well. So if we were to say like a first round pick defensively, I would say would probably be corner. But again, that's why I'm thinking BPA, because there's a corner in my mind that I like in the second round. But let's go to the offensive side. On the offensive side, up front, you got Stanley and Rosengarten with no real backup behind them. Everywhere else, you have bodies, and you see them. You got Voorhees with Cleveland and Dalcourt behind him. Linderbaum with Saymack behind him. Falele with Bullock behind him. As at the receiver position, you got Flowers, Wallace, Malik Cunningham. You got Bateman, Walker, Kirkwood. You got D-Hop with that signing. You got Miller and Wade behind him. Tight end, you got Likely, Andrews, Kolar. We got Ricard at the fullback position. Running back, Henry, Hill, Mitchell, and what's our new guy we picked up from Marshall last year? I can't think of our new running back. What's his name? Y'all will tell me in a minute. God dog it. I hate when I forget a name. I'm going to wait on y'all to tell me. What's the new running back from Marshall that we picked up from last year? Help a brother out. Chat box. Rasheen Ali. There you go, Chaos. Appreciate it. Rasheen Ali. And then obviously the quarterbacks, Jackson, Rush, and Leary. So when you look at offense, we need a tackle. Then we go back to defense. We need a corner. So if you want to put positions of need, you would say corner. My bad, I went too far. You say corner, and you say tackle. But I think it's going to be BPA. I really do. I really think it's going to be BPA. Because you're going to have some tackles that can play guard. And I don't think we're going to go after guards now with the signing of Cleveland. I think we're going to go after a tackle. And if it's a tackle that happens to beat out Voorhees and happens to beat out Cleveland and happens to beat out Bullock, hey, so be it. And then if something happens to Rosengarten or Stanley, slide you on out there. But, and the thing is, people keep saying we need somebody for Falele, but they not moving Falele. They love that dude. They love Falele. And the fact that he got Pro Bowl votes, They are not moving that dude at all. At all. They not gonna move him. They just not. So to me, I've got to the point where I've stopped even trying to like find replacements for him or stop even talking bad about him because I feel like I'm wasting my breath. So that's why I kind of stopped slandering him because it's like a waste of time really because they not gonna move him. It's like a broken record. It's like a broken record. So really what we need to focus on is trying to find a backup tackle and trying to find somebody that's going to play left guard. Let me ask you guys this question. Looking at the wide receiver position, you got Flowers, Hopkins, Bateman as the starters. Then backup wise, you got Tylan Wallace, Malik Cunningham, Miller, Wade, Walker, Tez Walker, and Kirkwood. Is that enough offensively? Or do you need to go get a wide receiver with a first or second round pick? Is that enough in the receiver room, or do you need to go find a receiver with the first or second round pick? Is that enough? Get a little sip of water while y'all answer that. Go get Julio. And man, Julio about 40 right now, ain't it? You can never have enough weapons. You can never have enough weapons on offense. Yeah, that sounds like somebody else I know. Need to draft another one. D-Hop here for 1 year and Tez is a question mark. Yeah, that's a good comment. Pimp, that's a good comment. I don't think it is. The traits that D-Hop brings to the table, we should have one of our starting two. Every pass shouldn't have to be perfect. Agreed. No grab a wide receiver. I'm liking Savion in the third. They're not playing this year, but we need a replacement for Flowers or Bateman, whichever one don't get paid. I think Bateman is good for another 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Flowers will be up before Bateman. I do like Dayton Wade too, Anton. I do like Dayton Wade. All right, now there are still some free agents out there. Let's do this. There are still some free agents out there. Now, not necessarily in the wide receiver room. I don't know what that is on the screen. Let's see what's going on up here with my stuff. Oh, there we go. Okay. There are still some free agents in the room. Let me bring them up for y'all so we can talk about them. All right. Let's see if there are any of these guys that you guys may want to sign. Bring them back. All right, here we go. All right, let's start with the man at the top. Amari Cooper. Let's take Amari Cooper and Stephon Diggs. Anybody willing to take a flyer on Amari Cooper and Stephon Diggs, even though we just signed Hopkins. I would not, me personally, would not take a flyer on Cooper or Diggs. I personally think Cooper is close to washed. Diggs, I don't think so. Diggs got hurt last year. Diggs is I think is a Maryland guy, but I wouldn't take a flyer on either one of these guys, especially after signing D-Hop. I think D-Hop is our old guy for the room. I would let these two guys fly. I wouldn't personally. So it's a thumbs down for me on these two guys. No to Cooper. No to Diggs. You can put that in the chat box. You can put thumbs down to Cooper, thumbs down to Diggs. That's my That's mine. Let me do it as well. I gotta do it from my phone because I can't find thumbs down on the keyboard. Give me a second. I'm gonna participate in the chat box too, just like I'm y'all. That's mine. Oh. All right, here we go. Now I got my phone open. Thumbs down. Thumbs down to Cooper. Cooper and Diggs. There we go. Thumbs down to Cooper and Diggs. There we go. I'm participating in the chat box too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna highlight my own stuff. There we go. Thumbs down to Cooper and Diggs. All right, let's go to the next two. Well, let's go to the next one. Rasul Douglas, cornerback. Rasul Douglas, cornerback. So let's look at the cornerbacks on our board. That's offense. Let me find the defense one. All right, so Rasul Douglas is up. We are lacking that cornerback. Wiggins, J. Loma Davis, Humphreys, and Tampa. So you got Rasul Douglas sitting there. PFF projected 2 years with a $13 million average. That's too rich for our blood. So he definitely ain't getting $13 million. So I'm gonna go thumbs down with that one too. Thumbs down to Rasul Douglas as well. We don't have money for Jair. Next up, Cam Robinson. Cam Robinson is a tackle. He's 29 years old. Saying he's gonna get 3 years, $18 million. We ain't got that type of money. But the longer he sits there, the more that number goes down. The longer he sits there, the more Cam Robinson number goes down. And like I said, if for 3 years, $18 million a year, we don't have that money. But the longer he sits there, that money goes down. If that number was more like $8 million, and he wants to start, yeah, he don't have a starting spot with us. So yeah, thumbs down. Yeah, cause we don't have a spot for him to start. True that. I ain't think about that part. We definitely don't have a spot for him to start. All right, next, Tevin Jenkins, guard, 27 years old, looking at about $13 million. Tevin Jenkins would be a guard, in my opinion. Now he would be an upgrade at guard, at both guards, in my opinion. I think he would be a upgrade at both guards. If you can see it to the right, it says he was the 13th rated guard out of 77 guards last year. Yeah, I know we ain't got the $13 million to give him. According to the numbers, he wasn't trash. According to PFF numbers, he wasn't trash. I haven't looked at him on tape, Chaos. But according to these PFF numbers, he wasn't. Yeah, he's always been a guard, Team Ramey. Jenkins always been a guard. He had hellified college tape, but that was in college. He had hellified college tape. Hellified. All right, going up to the next guy. Asante Samuel Jr. Asante Samuel Jr. Started off good. Started off really good. I don't know what happened last year. This PFF grade says 59.3. I'm not really sure. The last I remember seeing Asante was when he got those interceptions in that playoff game and got I finna say the Clippers, got the Chargers off to that nice lead, and then Justin Herbert gave it back. But that's the last time I remember seeing Asante in a game. Like I'm 230 snaps last year. I don't know I guess he was hurt most of the year, but to say Samuel struggled early in the first year with the defensive coordinator Jesse Minter at the helm, but played just 4 games before being placed on injury reserve with a shoulder injury. So yeah, he played 4 games before he got hurt, but he struggled in those 4 games. But the year before that, he was good. They say he don't like to tackle, which he can't play for us if he don't tackle. Can't play for us if you don't want to tackle. You can't play for us. So that's where it is. And then he's small too. Asante's what? How big is Asante? 5'10", 180. Yeah. That'd be a no for me, dog. That'd be a no for me. Mike Hilton, 31, 9 years, $3 million, 9 years a pop. Nah, I'm gonna pass on Mike. Tyron Smith, I'm gonna pass on Tyron, 34. Tyron could come in and be a backup. Tyron could be a backup tackle. He really could. Tyron could come in and be a backup tackle. He could teach Rosengarten. He can come in and be a just in case an emergency break glass. He can't get $8 million though. He can't get $8 million. He can come in and just be a mentor. That's it. If he got to play, it needs to be sparingly. But it can't be $8 million. You got to be about 3 or 4. And it probably would have to be like damn near in July when he come. Got to be. Sign Tyron to the Shady Shows retirement home. Is that where Finkel was looking for? I mean not Finkel and Einhorn. Is that where what's the man name? Ace Ventura went looking for Finkel. Is that where Ace Ventura was looking for Finkel? Julian. That sounds where Ace Ventura was looking for Finkel. That's what it sounds like. They got Mekhi Becton on here, but he's signed already. What about Keenan Allen? Even though we got D-Hop, what about Keenan Allen? Keenan Allen still got juice to me. Was in a messed up situation last year to me. I like Keenan Allen. Oh, SpongeBob. I don't know about SpongeBob. I ain't never really watched SpongeBob. Yeah, I like Keenan Allen though. Keenan Allen still got some juice in my opinion. He got juice in my opinion. Soft tissue issues. Then Russell Wilson. We're not in the Russell Wilson conversation. Now it brings me to these 2 guys. I'm gonna put both of them up here together because these 2 guys are interesting to me. Azeez Ojulari, which is an edge guy. 1 year, $5 million. That sounds about right. Up our alley. Then Calais Campbell, who we're familiar with, 1 year, $3 million. So these 2 guys kind of sound right up our alley. Azeez Ojulari, Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell could help interior. Azeez on the edge. Let's take a look at the defense and see where these 2 guys would fit. I'm gonna assume. Let's just say both of them. Let's say both of them. Calais would be an upgrade over any of these 3 guys on this back line and possibly over Washington. And then Azeez Ojulari would definitely get into this rotation to me over Ham and Ojabo. We don't know what we got in Adisa Isaac yet. Robinson's still growing, but Azeez would definitely get in the rotation at edge too. He would definitely fit in the rotation at edge too. So I wouldn't mind both of these guys. Azeez Ojulari and Calais Campbell. I'm gonna thumbs up both of these cats. Thumbs up on both of them. Harrison Smith, no. Brandon Sheriff's guard. Not Brandon Sheriff's not bad. $6 million. 36th ranked guard out of 77. JK, and I'll pass on JK. Dante Fowler already signed. Gilmore, no. Justin Simmons. We'll stop at Justin Simmons. What y'all think about Justin Simmons? Justin Simmons is 31. Had a decent season in Atlanta. We all wanted them last year. Pro, why you thumbs up JK? Sheriff's, I'll tell you what Sheriff's was. Sheriff's was with the Jaguars. But Justin Simmons. I like Justin Simmons. We offered, how much did we offer Ardarius? How much was that tender we offered Ardarius? Was that $3 million? $3.5 million? I think it was $3.5 million. $3.2. And right now this says Simmons 6. Simmons not being signed right now. That 6 is going to go down. If they can get that 6 to 4, and Ardarius doesn't want to do the 3.2, I would say go to Simmons. Take that 3.2 that Ardarius don't want. Give it to Simmons and roll with it. Because you Simmons on a 1-year deal. You got your 2 young bulls ready to roll after that 1 year with Simmons in Sanusi and Bo Braid. That's your future right there to play with Kyle, Sanusi, and Bo Braid. That's your future. What 1 year with them 2 behind Justin Simmons and Kyle Hamilton, they'll be ready next year. They'll be ready. After 1 year, 1 more year behind Justin Simmons playing special teams, Sanusi and Bo Braid will be ready. They'll be ready. I promise you. They will. So looking back on all this, going back to our depth chart. This is our defensive depth chart. And again, we only really lacking bodies at receiver. At cornerback. And then looking at the offensive depth chart, we only really lacking bodies at tackle. We're definitely going best player available. And whoever that best player available is, we'll find out here soon. So when I do my mock tomorrow, I'm mocking best player available. And as I do it, I'll start inserting that player into this graphic to kind of make it, kind of realistic. So that's what I do. When I do my mock tomorrow, I'm going to do it best player available, and I'll start putting that person into the graphic to see where they fit and who could they possibly beat out and bump down and whatnot. And that's how we're going to roll with it, man. So on this Sunday afternoon, I appreciate you guys for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. So if you have not hit that like button, please do so. We got 114 people in here on 42 likes, man. Smash that like button. Before we get up out of here. And while you guys are doing that, smashing that like button, we're going to let the sounds of our little themed intro and outro take us out. This is Ulu Sincere with Locked In, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through with us. And man, tap that like button. It helps the channel out tremendously. And we're going to roll. Tap that like button before y'all leave, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, I'm locked in. Every single day I be locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I said it's getting hotter. Out that flame I came, they try to stop me, straight up block me through that pain. I've gained a newer way, pursue my rays. Look, I don't cry no more. I just load up my mind and let my grind go show. Cause I'm locked